all they had to do was make Dominic a singles heel. No.
Time out. Because I want to say this. I want to say this.
Listen.
You're letting me finish. I agree with you. And the way they did it was.
Welcome, everybody, to the Five Star Frogcast. I am your host, Kevin Benet Amador, and with me is my tag partner, T-Money Tyler Harrison.
Boom. Let's do this. Got some controversy.
This is
very controversial episode, right?
I don't know, because it's all like out there now. We've kind of let it die out a bit, and everything. But yes, there for a day or two that would have been the hot spot to maybe do this podcast. But schedules.
We like to wait.
I guess we waited.
Because we didn't want to. Now that we know it's out there, we can report on it properly. We don't want to send out false narrative and false information, right? Like we knew inside source Johnny Gargano was going to be there at Toronto. That's why he kept saying it. That was legit source that we got from someone in WWE.
No, that was.
And so that was not a guess. We knew.
That was a guess actually for me.
And we also knew that someone was going to interfere in Roman's match at Clash of the Castle, but we didn't want to spoil it because it was a debuting guy. But we gave hints that it was someone from Roman Reigns' past in some way or form. So I'm just saying, we don't send false information.
Unlike the titles that we have right now.
We said MJF was going to reappear, and also Punk was going to have a match. And guess what? Both happened.
It's true.
We don't send false information.
So yeah, in regards to Clash of the Castle and All Out, both great pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
I like them both. One ending a little bit different than the other, which we'll get into that very shortly. Now, the winner for the podcast championship, you got a little confused, because, theoretically, Tony did say if Punk and Mox were to happen, Punk wins, turns heel, which he kind of almost got fully right here, based on we'll get into it.
Well, it's what happened after, I think.
But Punk won, so theoretically, we kind of have to give him a point.
We have to. He got that match. Then again, I do want to point out, you did say if a match does, you said, and I quote basically from last podcast, you saying if any other matches came out, we would have not counted. If that was the case, I would have said Miro would have won his trios match.
Well, that's the thing, though. We didn't. Yeah. We predicted that ladder thing before, and the next day, everything. So
we knew the ladder match was going to happen.
I won the championship after Clash of the Castle.
I honestly think you retain. That's what I believe in. I
am not complaining.
Technically, me and Tony didn't beat you the second night, right? So you retained, and you won Clash of the Castle. I think you retained.
It's because I didn't win All Out, but
But All Out was brutal for you. I'm pretty sure.
It wasn't. Well, it wasn't brutal. I went even.
Oh, okay. I thought you did worse than that.
No.
All right. Shout out to Christian for faking us all out.
Yeah, that was something.
I would have won, and I do it every time if I picked Jade.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't do that. That was very dumb of you, but
I know. It's like Eddie Kingston all over again.
Yeah. Whether I agree with you. I'm the champion either way. I never lost it in the first place, but
you did, but it's fine. We want to talk about the main match of the Clash of the Castle.
No.
If you want. The big one being your favorite, Dominic.
Oh, that's just. We'll talk about that after. Like that's. Just,
okay.
Actually, we can just get that done with.
Kevin's new favorite wrestler.
Dominic Mysterio. WWE dropped the ball on this one. They really did, and I'm seeing it everywhere. Wrestling 24. I always follow that guy on Facebook. That guy, I don't know. He got some insiders. I don't know what he got, but a lot of stuff.
He has our insiders. That's why.
Kind of. I'm exposing it, but either way, I doubt he listens to this. But
of course,
I say "but" a lot, but I did it again. So.
But.
Anyways, a lot of the reports are agreeing with what I said. All they had to do was make Dominic a singles heel. No.
No. Time out. Because I want to say this. I want to say this.
Listen.
You're letting me finish. I agree with you. And the way they did it was making it look like that was happening because he didn't join Judgment Day. He didn't help Judgment Day win.
Yep.
I agree that he should have went the separate route. I was actually hyped. I'm like, oh, they're doing something different. They should make him a single heel.
Yeah,
Again,
they should.
Edge
I thought you were gonna say
Mysterio
something
won.
different, so my bad.
No, I'm not. I know. As much as I think it's jokes that he's with Judgment Day, I don't think he should have been with them. Judgment Day has too many people now. Rhea Ripley doesn't even wrestle. She's more of a manager, which sucks because she's probably one of the best women's wrestlers on that roster. But so they should have made him go heel. They should have brought the Eddie storyline, and then Edge and Judgment Day should just go on their own feud.
No.
Well,
this is where you're wrong.
No, that's right, because they did technically win, so that it's over.
Yeah, it's over. Get it over and done with. They never had a singles match. Singles match can happen later. I don't care.
Judgment Day needs to do something else. They need someone for the titles. They need titles.
They're just gonna do Dominic and Balor versus Edge and Ray again. Like, whatever. Cool. Anyway.
I swear to God, if this will be Triple H's first mistake is after this whole feud's done, Dominic's gonna go back to his father's side.
No, I can't do that, man. No, they can't.
I know.
This is what they should have done. He was growing out the mullet. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He's growing out the classic Eddie mullet. You let him wear it. You let him do it. Pull it off. Change his name to Dominic Guerrero.
Yeah.
Get him in a Eddie car doing, the pump, everything.
The hydraulics.
I lie, I cheat, I steal, all that stuff. I want it all. I want it all. WWE's TV14. I don't care.
I think not. I don't think they should go with the car.
No, they should.
I like the idea
Full
you're
Eddie
thinking.
to get in Ray's head to piss him off.
I think they would bring the car out at a pay-per-view match, and that's where he would win.
But I'm
as
hoping
a normal
for the most,
entrance,
right? I'm hoping for the most. So
I do agree with the line change. I think there should be a little bit of remix onto it. Do something different.
Yeah, maybe a little different, but
I do like the name Dominic Guerrero.
They should have done it. They should have done it. And the thing is, people are like, "Oh, Dominic's not a good singles competitor." Okay, well, out of all the matches he's had, I would like to say his best match is a singles match, and that is against who? Seth frickin' Rollins. And you know who Seth Rollins? No. Listen, I'm saying it again. No. Okay. Let me finish. Let me finish here. Okay.
Okay.
Seth Rollins is a professional wrestler. He is professional about his job. Who else is professional and a two-time Hall of Famer, actually? Right? 2 times? 1 time? Whatever. It doesn't matter. Edge.
He's one. He hasn't been.
He's once.
The Brood didn't go. The Brood. Yeah, he's 1 time.
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
Or Edge and Christian didn't get it together.
They should, but either way, Edge is a Hall of Famer. One of the best guys to work with. He'd make you look good in a singles match. There's one rivalry done. Okay, so there it is. Dominic for Edge would have been a great match. It would have been. Edge would have let him done his stuff, everything.
And, I think that's where they're going right now.
No, they're not.
No,
they're not. No, they're leaning off Judgment Day to do the talking and everything for Dominic when it should be one-on-one. They're ruining it, and now they make him look like a My Chemical Romance fan who's just sitting there. Who's just sitting there?
I love it.
What is he doing?
I love it. I love the look. That's why it's hilarious. Like, this is your.
I turn on Raw.
This anger is how I feel. I
turn on Monday Night Raw, and now I have to see Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley version 2.0, and Rhea Ripley can lift way more than Dominic can ever will. Yeah, like it's pathetic. Okay. It's pathetic. All I needed was Dominic Guerrero.
The thing was, if you're going to go full Judgment Day, why not just have him turn and let Judgment Day win and the feud kind of continues?
Yeah.
Right.
Do that,
they and then just done that.
And then Valor and Priest and them. Hey, you want to join Judgment Day? Nah, I'm Dominic Guerrero actually.
Yeah. Like, okay, if this is the route we're going with Judgment Day, Valor kicks Rey Mysterio going like the 619, then Dominic acts like he's protecting his dad, and he actually in reality rips the mask off. Obviously, he's gonna cover his face. Quick roll up, 1, 2, 3, it's done. And then, okay, makes sense. He joins Judgment Day. But yeah, I don't like that. Okay, he low blows Edge, clothesline Rey Mysterio, and then he's just, oh, you want to be a part of our team? Yeah. Now, I do think I would worry about him. Okay, he's single competitor. You said his best match was Seth Rollins. I agree. But how much of that is Seth Rollins? That's the issue. He can't always be feuding with Seth
He's
Rollins.
young. No, but he's
Edge-
young. It gives him
Edge is for
a
sure.
few more months.
Yeah, okay.
Rey Mysterio would be the next one.
Okay, yeah. After Rey Mysterio.
He'll
What
be
does he
fine.
do?
He'll be fine. By then he'll know what to do.
No,
have
on top
enough-
of character, though.
They're gonna mold him into his character. They're gonna do
Yeah,
it
but-
for him.
But if he's going to be Dominic Guerrero, you make sense. He turns on Edge, so he fights Edge.
He carries
Everyone
on the
can kick
Guerrero
shit.
legacy, not the Mysterio
And
legacy.
then the Mysterio one. But there's always an end game with these face and heel turns, especially now.
It would have to
I don't
happen
agree with
later
Judgment
on.
Day. I don't agree with the Judgment Day thing, but realistically, story-wise, for him, he's not. I mean, he's talented. He's got potential. But if Logan Paul is beating you in 2 matches only, it's kind of worrisome. You've been training all your life. Kind of worrisome.
Well, Dominic
On the
hasn't
mic-
been training all his life though. That's the thing.
Oh, he hasn't. I thought he's been training since like he was 15.
Well, it's not all his life. It's still
That's
15
pretty
years.
long. That's
He's not. I
longer than-
don't think he's old though. I think he's in like early.
He's
20s.
like 25.
I don't know. Either
But-
way.
To be fair, wrestlers bloom in their 30s.
Yeah.
Only rarely you get like an Austin Theory who's killing it now.
Yeah. I don't know.
I
my
think
take on
with a
it.
heel, he would work good with talking, not as a face. He seems like more of a like the whole. If he went with the whole or the Dominic Guerrero, I agree. But he just looks. He looks like he's always gonna cry. Looks
Yeah,
like he's crying.
I know.
He's always gonna cry.
Yeah.
And then he did like that stupid like fists, like what Corey Graves used to do, where it's on his knuckles said "stay down," which makes
Yeah.
sense because that's his tattoo. I don't know what he was doing there. I don't think Judgment Day is a good fit. I think they only used it because they don't trust him as a talker yet.
Maybe
Now,
not.
if the ultimate is that he switches on Judgment Day and still is heel, and then becomes Dominic Guerrero, I'll respect it. But I don't think it's happening.
I don't know. I'm not trying to waste my whole podcast time on Dominic Mysterio. I kind of already did my rant on him. But, anyways, I just have to watch Monday Night Raw and see that face again every time. But it doesn't matter. Anyways,
Maybe not. Maybe not.
hopefully not. What else? Quickly, WWE, since we're on WWE.
Guerrero or not Guerrero. Gargano has his match tomorrow.
Yeah,
Debut match. Who do
Gargano.
you think he faces? Austin Theory? Is that his first feud?
Maybe. Yeah, Theory would probably be his first feud. I just don't know if he wrestles him though tomorrow night, but we'll see.
I'm trying to think anything big.
Strowman. Braun Strowman's
Strowman
back.
returns. That's big.
He's a permanent Friday night is what I'm hearing. The Monday night was just a one-off apparently.
Okay.
So he's gonna be their Friday night guy. Eventually,
Makes sense.
I think he does go for the titles, but
He will.
give some time.
Tyson
Dexter
Fury.
Loomis still killing
Dexter
it.
Lewis, yeah.
That was hilarious on Monday Night Raw. They did the zoom in. I found it. I don't know. I found
It
it
was
more
hilarious.
funny than it was. But
No, it 100% was funny. Because the way the camera's zoomed, yeah.
made his face all.
Tyson Fury with
Yeah.
Roman Reigns. Do we see a match in the future with those two?
I don't know about Roman. I honestly see Drew McIntyre and Tyson Fury maybe fighting like a friendly fight. I can
Yeah?
see them going at it because they always had heat before, and then they kind of just did their. Oh, that's another thing. I had a joke about Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
You may need to help me with this one, but you know Drew McIntyre every time he gets hit, he's like, oh, and he's
Adam Pearce, I need
Yeah,
my
no.
title shot.
No. Oh, Tyson, let me clear up my pipes and let me sing a song with you.
Yeah, that was. I don't think he knew it was off air. I think he thought it was off air. He
Yeah.
didn't know it was still on air.
Yeah, that was a random ending, but it's a Tyson Fury ending.
Yep.
What else did WWE? I mean, WWE's on a good start, good path right now. It's in a good spot where, I mean, Wyatt's supposed to return at some point. I don't know when. The draft's coming up
I don't
soon.
know. I've
The
heard
drafts-
rumors now. There's a new promotion out there that's trying to get him.
Yeah,
I've heard
I-
so much stuff.
I think WWE is gonna get him.
Mhm.
Obviously, it's gonna happen, but I just don't know when. The draft's coming up soon, I believe, if they're still doing that. So that could be a potential. And the thing is, Triple H with his returns now, he's being like very secretive about it. Apparently, he's not actually like telling anyone. Like literally, probably only like 1 or 2 other producers know about it.
Yeah. I mean, well, Karrion Kross was surprised. Apparently, he wore a mask when he came back.
Yeah.
So.
Kross is obviously going to set up his feud with Drew McIntyre now for Extreme Rules, so that's going to be good, obviously. And I don't know, WWE's in a good spot right now. They've got their guys back. They're going to still bring in guys, obviously. And when AEW contracts end up, one guy's already conditionally released.
Yeah. Apparently, I also heard Young Bucks looking.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. I think, we can transition into the AEW side of things now. Yeah. All Out, good. Post Scrum, not so well. I mean, hilarious in one way if you really like to see a guy like completely go off on the company and the stuff behind the scenes. If you find that stuff funny. But if you want to see the better for the company and everything, you may not find it too funny. It may be a little scary for you. CM Punk. Yeah, CM Punk went off. I watched this too. I was watching it live, and then it went downhill quickly. They brought up something in the past about Colt Cabana, his real name, which I forget now. It was something about improv. Yeah. And that's how it all came up. He's like, "Oh, you done improv?" And then, "Oh, Colt Cabana, yeah." And then, and then he was kind of all over the place that interview, but he just stopped and he's like, "You know what? It's crazy that I have to do this in 2022, blah, blah, blah. When we have these stupid EVPs that call them, doing nothing in the backstage, making up fake stories, saying I got a guy fired from this company, etc., etc." Now those EVPs, for those people who don't know, are the Young Bucks and Kenny. Also would have been Cody, but he left. Maybe he knew this was coming. Who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe he knew something was gonna eventually do a down spiral, and he left.
I have a theory about everything because he's hurt again.
CM Punk,
yeah.
CM Punk is hurt, so it didn't look like he's hurt, but he's hurt. A torn pec, same thing as Cody. Probably not a developed torn pec, but it did happen. Obviously, Cody's was more developed because he had the injury, and then he worked out, so he was an idiot. But
I think got the injury while working out, and he continued to work out.
Yeah, which he shouldn't have done, but
no.
Same thing happened to Punk though. He apparently had torn pec.
CM Punk was, I think he wasn't in. He was cleared to wrestle, forced to drop the title. Which, by the way, this Moxley Punk feud, like I said, the match was alright. It's one of the worst things AEW.
Mox carried that pay-per-view fight. He did.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Punk barely, it wasn't that great. It was alright. It wasn't bad, but
no. But like I said, he's not going. It's nothing impressed me. Like I said, if they had to have a 10 out of 10 match just for it to be a decent feud, it was not. I think they've just been handicapped since the beginning. Obviously, there's stuff going on. I think Punk got injured, and he was ready to come back. He wanted to wait until the pay-per-view. I guess someone said no. So he dropped it, and now at the pay-per-view, he's going to win it in Chicago. Because I guess they wanted that. They wanted to create the WWE effect, where they did the same thing. Because if you really look at this storyline was a lot like John Cena versus Punk. Right? But they did it right.
Yeah.
WWE did it right. That being said, I think just Punk was not happy with the situation, and then
he basically
he lost it after. He's like,
I mean, you guys all know what he said already. If you have a problem with me, come see me. Which the Bucks did. Now I've heard stories that the Bucks legit kicked down his door because it was locked. I've heard that story, and I've heard that the Bucks came to him. I heard the story that the Bucks kicked down the door first. So I was like, okay, so maybe it was self-defense, 3-on-1. Self-defense. But then after that, I heard that those were fake and that they just came to talk to him, and Punk just threw the first punch. And then Kenny actually tried to stop. No, it was Matt Jackson. Nick Jackson got hit. Matt Jackson tried to stop it. Punk threw another punch. Ace Steel came out of nowhere, threw a chair at Nick. which there were a bunch of memes about that one. um,
Yep.
Kenny and Punk never got physical, but Ace Steel held back Kenny, pulled his hair, bit him, something like that. That's the stuff that's
Christopher
reported.
Daniels got involved. Apparently.
Clearly, because he's suspended. Cutler probably got it on video, which not allowed to show it on BT, and he got
That's what I'm saying.
suspended.
You're like, oh, I can't wait for that episode. I was like, I guarantee you.
Nah, they won't
they
do
will
it.
not
But
show it
if
because
they
that's too much heat.
if they did it though, I would have been. Honestly though, I would have done it. You're already getting suspended.
Yeah, I know, but
apparently
gotta
this is
protect
getting
the company.
actually investigated by a third party. So it's
Yeah.
not a work as much as I was like, maybe this is a work because now Punk's hurt and he won't be out for 6 to 8 months. They're gonna let this thing die out and he's gonna come back like nothing ever happened. But it's not a work. It's obviously not a work. It's too good.
Yeah,
If this
it
was a
is.
work, that'd be stupid because we already talked about why it'd be stupid. We don't need to get into that because it's pretty obvious. So yeah, the Bucks are suspended till who knows when. They better be at the Toronto show or I'm gonna be throwing hands. I mean, they gotta be. Kenny's Canadian. They got it, right? Punk, even if he ended his suspension, he's out for 6 to 8 months. So the thing with Punk is, quickly, do you think he comes back? Or is he done? Is this it? Is he done? Or do you think he comes back?
I think
6 to 8 months. Keep that in mind.
I think
Does Tony Khan try and figure out something in 6 to 8 months, or is Punk officially
done? I
done?
think Tony Khan in the next 4 months, not the 6 to 8, because that's too close to his return.
Yeah.
4 months. He gets 4 months from now. He's gonna wait and see how he can fix this, because right now, and I've heard old wrestlers and fans and everyone says Tony right now is acting like one of the boys. In reality, you can't be one of the boys. You have to be a boss.
Yep.
Right? He let this escalate too far. You saw in the press conference, he felt real awkward. Right?
That's hilarious. That's the funny part.
Yeah.
To see Tony Khan just sitting there.
Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, because Triple H is better, but let's be real. If that was in Triple H's court, he might not have said something there, but once they get off, you know he's gonna say something.
No, I think with Triple H he'd cut. I think he'd get out.
Do you think he'd actually cut it right away?
No, he'd get in front of Punk and get out. And he'd honestly, if it got physical, Triple H can get physical, buddy. He doesn't care.
That's the thing.
That's the thing, right? Obviously you're not gonna assault your boss.
Yeah.
That's just
No,
stupid.
you're not.
But
Tony Khan just looked awkward. He didn't know what to do. It's like this is the first time he's been in this situation.
He probably was hoping it wouldn't happen, and it did happen.
Yeah. And you can't control people.
Which you can't do that as the boss. You
off.
can't hope for something not to happen when it's clearly been heating up since the Hangman rivalry, which was before he got hurt when he was out for a month back then, right? So this has been going on for a while.
So I think Tony Khan, the next 4 months, sits down, talks to the wrestlers, see what's going on with that, and then make his final decision. If I was him, as much as I like Punk, I know you like him.
Oh, I love him.
Second company this happened, he gets kicked out. He's had problems with. You have to let him go.
It's hard because I like him, right? And but
it's just like a common denominator, right? I get the idea of oh, you don't go to business yourself, whatever, but it's wrestling, right? You look at a situation like Riddle and Rollins. Riddle's ex-wife said something about Becky Lynch's weight when he was in NXT. He never wanted to work with him. He doesn't really like him, but he still worked with them, right?
And they put on a great match.
And they put on a great match. They did a great feud. It was very professional. That's what it should have been. Obviously, Punk, not saying he's not professional, but he is hot-headed, it seems like. It feels like he gets easily hot-headed. From just even the UFC day. UFC just talking on those mics, just losing on the fans. So, Tony Khan has to let him go, and then he has to use what he has, and especially right now, because MJF will look for higher money at WWE, and WWE can offer him all the money in the world.
I mean, he pretty much already said he's going there off his promo.
But then again,
which was fire, by the way.
It was great promo. Then again, though, that's the character. Obviously, he wants to go to WWE, 100%. But how much is that just the character? All right?
Yeah.
But, so you got to basically, I don't want to say kiss ass, but basically give him the Punk treatment. The MJF is easily one of your best wrestlers, one of the best talkers. You can have feuds with anyone and make it amazing. And yeah, that's the way you fix it. You build. You destroy the old and rebuild.
Yeah. It was a good year with Punk, and unfortunately, I guess we were never meant to see Punk, because, we were planning to see Punk in Toronto. It won't happen now. It probably won't happen. It won't happen now.
No.
But the Bucks, I hopefully will happen.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But they are talking about going to.
They are talking about potentially. It was reported the Bucks recently sent feelers out to WWE, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Because their contracts expire the same year MJF does, 2024. Young Bucks are looking for leverage here, obviously.
Oh, of course.
So yeah, they just sent out feelers. It's not known if they actually talked to any of the talents there, or any of the management, but there's obviously Tony Khan's had problems with WWE already trying to tamper, and WWE is tampering some people to come to the company, and it has happened. But
Malachi Black, I think, is one of them.
But he's conditionally released right now for mental health issues, and he's not allowed to talk to WWE. Is the issue. So he'll be back at some point, whenever that is.
Yeah.
The Bucks. It's hard to say if the Bucks actually go to WWE.
No, they're using it for leverage.
Yeah. But with Triple H, it's a higher chances.
Yeah. True.
And we don't know the landscape in 2 years from now. I was talking to Tony about this. If the landscape is right for them, we could very well see Kenny Omega and the Bucks go to WWE. It would be very shocking and very weird, but it could happen.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening either way in 2 years. I don't.
I just because Kenny has, I don't want to say hate, but
they
a
all
distaste
do.
for WWE.
They all do.
Hate. I know they probably do, but they have a real big distaste for WWE because of this.
Matt or Nick Jackson, both of them were a jobber actually, 1 or 2 matches, and they hated it.
Yeah, for sure, but everyone was. AJ Styles was a jobber. Johnny Gargano was a jobber. Tommaso Ciampa got chokeslammed by The Undertaker. Everyone was a jobber at one point at WWE, right? Obviously, I think it's the style, right? There's not their type of things.
No, it's not. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, no, me neither.
It could very well happen. The Bucks Usos would be amazing. The Bucks Street Profits would be amazing. Yeah. I think the WWE needs to, if that were to happen, the tag team division in WWE needs to be revamped. If that happens, and there's many teams that bring eyes towards the Bucks and be like, hey, you know what? We've had our dream matches in AEW. We've done it all here.
Yep.
We've done it in New Japan.
Yep.
I mean, if you want to be the best tag team ever, let's just go to WWE and win all the titles there, and then call it a career, I guess. But so that's the case, maybe. I don't know. I don't see it as of right now.
No, me either.
But it could happen.
Yeah.
I guess that's the whole Bucks and everything issue. Hopefully, I don't know how long they're suspended for.
For a while, I think at least maybe a couple of weeks, but they'll be back soon.
They better be. Oh God. I really hope, for the sake of our Toronto show. Which is
they should.
In about a month from now, actually.
October. Yeah, mid-October.
And then I already said Malachi Black is out currently on
the trio title and AEW.
Yeah, new trios. Yeah, that whole thing is.
Hack happened. Obviously, we think MJF is going to.
That's Triangle won the trios titles. Yep, and then, which is good for him because he's finally getting the recognition he deserves, and he has 2 titles, so he can't complain anymore.
Yeah. Call him 2-pack.
Yeah, I guess so. And then the Grand Slam tournament is going on. We have a rematch this week. We could do a quick prediction here.
Prediction? Yeah, okay.
So this week we have Sammy Guevara and Jon Moxley, and then we have a rematch of Danielson and Jericho. Winner goes to face it up for the title at Grand Slam Dynamite. They're doing that week again. Grand Slam Dynamite, Grand Slam Rampage, Arthur Ashe Stadium, I think, again in New York. So, I'm gonna go Jon Moxley Danielson final, a Blackpool Combat Club final, and Danielson takes it all.
I think I agree with that. Blackpool finals for sure.
There you go, Moxley.
No, I think MJF does a cash in.
Well, it's not a cash in though. That thing he has.
I know, but what's the rule of the thing?
It's just
I have a future championship at any time I want, basically. It's basically because it's the same when Edge won the Money in the Bank briefcase. They're like, oh, it's a future match at any time. I guarantee you, AEW is going to try to pull a fast one and do it.
It is in New York, so it is.
And especially with MJF's character, it works well with his character to do something sleazy like that.
But who? Okay, but I think someone's got to win.
Yeah,
and
I think Moxley wins because it seems like that's the feud they're starting, and that'd be his first feud.
Okay. So you think Moxley wins that, and then MJF, he just comes out, and then Moxley. What the
Honestly, they might do. He's like, yeah, you know what? I want to challenge you right now, and Moxley's gonna be like, yeah, fine. He might not do a cash in. He might be like, you're fighting me now. I think the match is gonna be brutal between the two, and then that's when he'll come out after. And he said, yeah, Moxley, you're gonna fight me now. And Moxley won't turn because Moxley's a fighter. He's a fine deal.
Yeah, and he'll lose. Yeah.
Yeah, MJF will win.
Yeah, I like that. It's a good. I don't know. I just think it's been a year since Bryan Danielson came. He had that amazing match the 1 year of Kenny Omega, the 1 hour match.
Yeah.
What better way a whole year later to win it? Oh, I don't know. That's what I think. But
championship. Yeah, I agree.
And then MJF would challenge later on.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see a Daniel Bryanson and MJF feud.
Yeah, I think it'd be good. Danielson being the guy he is, the American Dragon, incredible in-ring worker, working with a young talent, the future of AEW or WWE of MJF. And then I think that's it.
Yeah, I think so. We covered a lot. We covered a lot in a short time.
We did. Yeah. I mean, obviously we maybe could have went a little bit more into it with the whole Punk issue, but it's died down.
I feel like it's died down and it's out there now. It's like I said, if it was fresh off the press, yeah.
But I was like doing this live and then, this happened. This happened. Oh, this guy's getting. We already know.
Everyone knows. Can look it up, Google it. We just gave the gritty details and
our quick thoughts. Yeah. Punk kind of messed up, but.
Oh yeah, big time. Put the company in a tough situation. I feel
that's my point. I'm more on the Buck side than I am on the Punk side, but.
I'm on neither side. Yours.
I don't know.
You gotta act professional.
Yeah, but based off what I've heard.
Yeah.
And seen.
You can't just be. Yeah, I mean.
But we weren't there, right? We weren't there. That's the problem. None of us were there. Only they would know. So.
Yeah.
Honestly, they will post it. They will post something about it later on.
We'll talk about it for sure.
Or Dark Side of the Ring 20 years from now. They'll talk about it, and it'll be really funny. But until the next episode of the 5 Star Frogcast, you can follow us on our Instagram at the.5.star.frogcast. That's our Instagram, and our YouTube at the 5 Star Frogcast. You can subscribe, like, and comment through our videos.
It's back to 60 views for the
something like that. I don't know. But until then, Tyler, it is time to ring the bell.
Ding, 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 ding.
And we'll catch you in the next one.